So the curious just pull the blanket. You guys meeting.
Prepare the snacks and enjoy watching. There was a Pogo, which is called All. He was looking for food in the middle of the forest, but unfortunately he met a Jovan who wanted to attack him. The story begins with All is a basic type of animal who live in groups with hers here all. Small was down the river near there. Since childhood All have a high curiosity. She always wants to try new things. She has the soul of an adventurer. He's trying to figure out underwater life by making hosts for himself so he could breathe underwater. She then, tracing the river and seeing the beauty in it. Different types of living things that live there. Many of them friendly with All, until finally the All brought home by his father. Here he is scolding All because the All is a distance from his house, almost out of the borders of their house's father, said that there is danger that lurks them out there, and told the All to live safely within their territory, which unfortunately yet seems to be All not afraid of that danger. He had not seen that other living things could also be a threat to him and his pack, until finally her grandmother told a story of the past. This is terrible for All. Didn't dare to go out again? The Princeful Nation coexists with various types of animals who are out there, but their lives are filled with fear, because the area is in the territory of a Wolf, a cruel evil. Every night, the Wolf always attacks the animals in the forest and prey on there. They all couldn't live in peace because that Wolf, until finally the living creatures of the type Zoo come visit their territory. The coming of Zoo with the herd is to bring peace. For all beings, they give peace to the animals there. The beings were able to alter their form and make them smarter and have the ability to be like each other. The evil Wolf then saw if the arrival of the Zoo has threatened his territory. He then stole her peas and ate them. The Wolf turned into a fire Wolf, which is filled with fury and revenge. He attacked Zoo and the herd. That led them to escape from there. Many Zoos died, while the other Zoos run away and leave their territory. Finally, until now, their territory is still controlled by the Wolf. Heard the story, it doesn't make All the slightest fear. He is still curious about the outside world. I always want to find out new things. Until he finally met a Jovan who is still small All, then tried to approach him and behave friendly to him. Oli even taught him way to eat grains and how to open those seeds of its shell that was originally All. Feel that Jovan is not dangerous, until finally his father Oli came and anyway go to hide. That's where the little Jovan was then, calling all his friends to come. All the Jovan then ate the seeds, that grain in control of the Poco territory, which resulted in their food supply being depleted. So the All story, who have grown up, he came back home to his house with some grains for his mother's father and saw that the Poco Nation, again a big meeting. He heard that their food supply was gone for the winter. If winter comes, then the history of their All is over. Then feel guilty about hearing that. He regretted doing good to you. In the end, his kindness was rewarded with water. But he then utilized the some Gobingen glass there to repel the Jovan. He tried to sneak around and use light from that glass to drive them away. Dangan Mireka. There was a Jovan who saw that it was All. He then attacked the All and make the All drop to a deep hole. Unexpectedly, there he found a peanut. Pause your former legacy bank Sazo. At first the All don't want to take advantage of those peas, which he thinks this mistake happened because of the Jovan, but he fell again and accidentally ate his peas. The Pocos then look for All, who lost and found his whereabouts, but unfortunately they actually see All, which has turned into Jovan. They all think that All, I died because I was eaten by Jovan, which makes them mad and ends up driving the All. From short there, story. In the morning All see if he's somewhere else. He met the 3 Jovan brothers, Eva, Lily, and also Violet. Eva is their sister. He was also the one who saved All when dropped off the cliff and took her to safety.
Ivy, I want to bring
To a
Isle.
safe place. Alias took him to his base, the Javans, which is on the cliff there, but the Isle. He didn't want to go there. He hates the Javanese people, who seized their territory and nation is starving. Since he ate that Pial,
Can understand every being.
yet he still doesn't realize if he had turned into Javan.
Until finally,
There was a
firewolves from a
voice.
distance, because of the oil,
Refused to go to headquarters. Javan finally evacuated his body oil with shit, so that the smell. The wolf was camouflaged with that shit, and can't detect the smell of his body all. Then went to meet the fish in the lake, whom he had met as a child. The fish was named Bugle. He is very friendly and happy to have a new friend. Here they all asked about peas. Lucky for Google, know that there are still peanuts. Another pod that turns out to be on the other side. All then goes to get those peas. His intention to return to being a staple, but unfortunately Eva is holding the peas.
Ivy then turns into Poco and annoyed with Isle.
Because he turned into a strange little creature. They then blame each other. They both met again with Google
And ask if there are any peas left.
and Google says if he knows the peas. He said that 4 zoos were killed
And the remaining peas were inside his body.
the Dead Sea was in. He told if the peas were in a large waterfall, the location is across from Java, whose location is very far away. The two of them then went together to the waterfall. Here it looks if they still haven't accepted their destiny. That's been transformed. It's all
Not willing to use their wings.
because he thinks he's still a Poco. He doesn't have to be a Java while. Eva actually said that Poco
Constitute a strange and vulnerable
prey to
nation.
predators because of their small. In the middle of the argument, they then heard if there is a firewolf sound. They then hid behind the bushes. Without them knowing, they entered the firewolf's territory, which made them eventually chased by the herd. The firewolf. They then managed to get into the cave that the firewolf was afraid to enter the cave. Like there's something dangerous in there all.
Told Ify to take advantage of her olfactory ability
To detect what is the danger in the cave.
the unexpected.
They are in the nest of rooted snakes. The snakes that live among the roots of trees and able to disguise
Like the
themselves
roots of
to
a
be
tree.
seen.
All then told.
Ify to use her smell to help. They get out of there because that racker snake is very sensitive to any movement, so that they need to use
Smell Paconi.
to be able to tell which is a snake and which is not. If
snake.
it's not a snake, it becomes a foothold for them.
And go from there.
They manage to get past that rooted snake.
But unfortunately the herd.
The wolf deliberately lured the rooted snake to wake up from his sleep. All and Eva then fell off the cliff. Here Eva told the oil to use wings so they can fly, but
I'll still don't understand.
how to fly. Eva taught him to use its wings and feel the wind. In order to fly, they then stopped at the top of the cliff to rest.
Wow.
Because the night is coming.
They will continue their journey tomorrow. Here we are at last.
knowing that they were victims of his crimes. Volfire Nation. Javan also experienced hunger when Zol left them. Since the incident, Ify lost many of her siblings, including his mother's father, him as the first brother. He had to support his 2 younger siblings, but unfortunately their eating troops are getting thinner. Until he finally met a stable who taught him to eat fruit. Piplet since then the language is not hungry anymore. Hear that thing make all speechless 1,000
Here
languages.
he did not expect.
Little Javan he met, which he then hated, because it has made the nation starve, turned out to be Ify.
Short story.
In the morning,
They then continue.
their way to that massive waterfall, until they finally saw the peas reside in his body zoo, used as a nest for the fire wolves to live in, which made them confused to get. Peas are lucky. Bugle came to see them and told them that he would help them to divert the fire wolf. After seeing the wolf pack go all, and Ify then came to the peas and saw that there was only 1 pea. They then scrambled to get those peas. They're all telling too Ify if the Poco that Ify met as a child was all. Since the arrival Javan to their territory, Poco Nation become their hunger, eliminated and make them lie in fear because Javan Ify
Then didn't expect
that he and his people
has made other nations suffer
until
as well.
finally the fire wolf came back
Into their nest. Unexpectedly, it turns
into
into a bugle there. Eva realized that we mentioned the type of animal that we want.
Then we can change according to the name
that we mentioned. All doesn't care about that. He's very disappointed.
She wanted to go and separate because her hopes ran aground.
Because the peas no longer exist. Google then explained to the owl
if he knows his peas anymore.
He explained that there were a lot of peas,
but the place is also dangerous.
Owl then lowers his ego and come back with the two to go continue his journey looking for peas again. On this trip, we also heard Google's life story, that she has lived alone since childhood,
have no friends and no family.
He wandered down the lake, rivers, and waters there. He was always alone, so he was happy when he met
Owl and Eva because it finally has an owl buddy then.
realize
That every kind of living creature has its sufferings
and make him understand more about life.
Then apologize to the owl
Because of his deeds and his
which
people,
has made all liver, wounded and starved the main nation. Until finally they arrived at the Scary Rock waterfall.
And it's true, here's a lot of peas.
But unfortunately,
There's a lot of hoops that they need to get over. They also succeeded.
you pass through the nation,
Scary Rock the hungry.
but they met the herd, the fire wolves that stalked them.
One of the little wolves dropped and got stuck on a tree trunk. All who saw it felt pity.
He then helped the little wolf with Fora and Google. They both then came back to get his peas and managed to return to their original form.
Eva be Joven and all be stable, while Google,
He was actually utilizing
Back
the peas to turn into a form. All that turned out is a fire wolf. So the fire wolf in the tail is Bugle.
is not a pack of bugle tree wolves.
Was a wolf banished from his group. Body is smaller than your wolf friends. He's also weaker than the other, but in this valley he can be an alpha.
Therefore, he was upset because since his
His
arrival,
position as alpha, and the fear become cast aside.
and therefore he expelled the zoo herd, one of the zoos.
Then trick him and turn him into a fish, so that you can't do evil anymore.
That's why he uses oil and Eva.
He can't get to the waterfall, Scary Rock, because its form is just a
She
fish.
needs help with using them both. Ify then attempted to save the peanut,
the pod, but he was attacked by the same
bugle that left him badly injured. He then leaves to continue his evil intentions,
which is to destroy the valley and go back to being an evil ruler again.
All who saw his friend was dying.
He then decided to take Eva to the cliff, Joven to save him.
When you wake up,
She is very grateful that Eva is fine,
but he regrets.
because of his actions now the valley is in danger. Eva then took him out to look at the cliff. Joven here even entertained him if all
Have a really good heart. If it wasn't for all,
then the Joven nation will be extinct due to hunger. But they all saved him and taught him how to eat seeds.
Piplet
All also saved the tree wolf cub at that time,
even though they tried to prey on oil, keep doing good for them until
finally they saw grain, ashes that fell and found. If it turns out, the forests in the valley are already on fire because of fire wolves.
the Japanese decided to go save themselves, but Violet and Lionel told the rest of Japan to help.
The other animals, luckily they are all willing to help. Here they all are, work together to bring other animals to the edge of the river.
By the river all, see if the island's
It is the
stable.
safest place for them right now. So he decided to take them there.
The wolves came and thanked me for the owl
Has saved his son. They are willing to help.
other animals to go across to the main island. Arriving at Poco Island,
Oli met his father and told him, if we, our fellow living beings, should help each other.
All admits that he was wrong,
But he also learned from his adventures with Ify if they can work together to help each other, fighting fire wolves, which in the end his father was Oli. It allows all animals to enter the island. Poco to save yourself and Bogo call all from a distance.
all with Eva then go to the hole where the owl falls.
There he communicates with his corpse.
Zoo to make him one more pea.
Zo, lucky zoo spirit granted him all. Choose to turn into a zoo to fight the fire wolves. All managed to corner Google here and bring the dam to trap him and beat him there.
Unfortunately, the owl
Not safe, but the sacrifice was not in vain. Since the departure of all, the forest and the valley become more fertile and lively. Many living things began to live together,
and side by side, they work together rebuilding
their forest to live better. until finally the Zoo herd came to their territory again, then trying to find the owl among the herd. So it's lucky he managed to find owl. And happy because her best friend survived and back again with them all, explaining that he was stranded and saved by one Zoo that in the end turned Zoo back into their territory to spread life and peace.